Karen said, "Music saves no one." Didn't know that musician saved her life during Katrina. Karen stood in the wreckage of her flooded New Orleans neighborhood, her arms crossed, her voice sharp as broken glass. "Music saves no one," she spat, glaring at Marcus, the street musician strumming his guitar amidst the chaos. His notes floated over the drowned streets, a stubborn melody in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. To Karen, it was pointless, a distraction from the real work surviving. Her life had been a checklist of practicality. A steady job, a modest home, no room for dreams. Music, to her, was noise, not salvation. Marcus, weathered by years of playing for pennies, didn't flinch. "You're wrong," he said, his voice low but firm. "Music keeps us human." The air was thick with tension. Around them, volunteers like Lila, a young woman with dirt-streaked cheeks, hauled supplies through the mud. Lila idolized Marcus, having heard his songs lift spirits at the shelter. But Karen's cynicism cut deep. "Human?" she scoffed. "Look around. This city's dead. Your songs won't fix that." Her words were a challenge, a dare to prove her wrong. Marcus kept playing, his fingers steady on the strings, as if the music could hold back the despair. Days earlier, Karen had been trapped in her attic, floodwaters rising, her screams swallowed by the storm. She didn't know Marcus had been the one to hear her, wading through chest-deep water with his guitar slung over his back, pulling her to safety. He hadn't said a word about it, not seeking thanks. To him, it was just what you did, help quietly. Karen, unaware, saw only a dreamer wasting time while the world crumbled. The argument escalated as Lila stepped in, her voice trembling. "Karen, stop. His music kept us going at the shelter. It gave us hope." Karen's eyes narrowed. "Hope? Hope didn't save my house, my job, my life." Her voice cracked, betraying the fear beneath her anger. Marcus paused his playing, meeting her gaze. "Maybe it's not about saving things. Maybe it's about saving people." Then came the twist. Old Man Tate, a neighbor Karen had always dismissed as a drunk, shuffled forward from the crowd. His hands shook as he spoke. "Karen, you don't get it. That man," he pointed at Marcus, "he saved you. I saw him pull you out of your house, risked his life for you." The words hit like a tidal wave. Karen's face froze, her certainty crumbling. She hadn't known. All this time, she'd mocked the man who'd given her a second chance. The revelation shifted everything. Karen's shoulders slumped, her defiance draining away. Marcus didn't gloat. He just started playing again, a soft, mournful tune that seemed to carry the weight of the city's loss. Lila watched, tears in her eyes, as Karen's walls began to crack. The community around them, neighbors, volunteers, survivors, paused, drawn to the music. It wasn't a fix, but it was a moment of connection, a reminder they weren't alone. Days passed, and Karen joined the recovery efforts, her practicality now tempered with something new: humility. She worked alongside Lila, even helped Marcus organize a concert to raise funds for rebuilding. But the story doesn't end with redemption. One night, Marcus disappeared. No note, no goodbye. Some said he'd left to help another town, another disaster. Others whispered he'd finally broken under the weight of it all. Karen, now carrying his old guitar, played a single chord in his honor, her fingers clumsy but earnest. It was her first attempt at music, a tribute to the man she'd misjudged. The concert went on without Marcus, drawing hundreds. Karen stood before the crowd, her voice steady but heavy. "I was wrong," she said. "Music doesn't save everyone, but it saved me because he did." The crowd was silent, the air thick with shared grief and resilience. Karen's heart ached, knowing Marcus would never know how much he'd changed her. The ending was bitter. Karen had found purpose, but at the cost of losing the one who'd shown her the way. The city rebuilt, slowly, but the scars remained in the streets, in the people. Karen kept the guitar, a reminder of her debt to a man who'd asked for nothing. Music hadn't saved New Orleans, but it had saved her soul, and she'd carry that truth forever. What would you do if you discovered the person you judged most harshly was the one who saved you? Share your thoughts on judgment, redemption, or the power of community in crisis.